Okay, I'd like to call to order the meeting of the Zoning Board of Appeals, the Village of Bartlett, Counties of Cook, DuPage, and Kane. Please call the roll.
Mike Weirden.
Here.
George Cozio. Tom Floyd. Bob Bucaro.
Here.
Patty Hansen.
Here.
Robert Carney.
Here.
Linda Hansen.
Here.
Okay, you have before you the minutes from the last meeting. Chair will entertain a motion to approve.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes of the Zoning Board of Appeals meeting from September 5th, 2013.
Second.
Moved by Patty, seconded by Robert. Please call the roll.
Patty Hansen.
Yes.
Robert Carney.
Yes.
Linda Hansen.
Yes.
Bob Bucaro.
Yes.
Mike Weirden.
Abstain. Okay, the hot item on the agenda tonight is case number 1316, medical cannabis, the text amendment. Who's going to take the first lead?
I'll do it.
Okay. Mr. Kwanzinski, go ahead, please.
Well, in front of you, you have a draft text amendment for medical cannabis dispensing facilities and cultivation centers. The state of Illinois, as you all probably know, has passed a law that allows the legal sale and dispensing of what is termed medical cannabis, or most commonly known as marijuana, and that will go into effect January 1st, 2014. The law will allow for 22 cultivation centers and 60 dispensing centers located throughout the state. We provided you some supplemental information from the DuPage County Chiefs of Police Association about the law and how they feel about it. But currently our zoning ordinance does not have really a restriction on where they can locate, or doesn't have any parameters where they can locate, because the state law basically said that you can have these facilities in your community, but you have to adhere to local zoning control. So on the advice of the village attorney and after a review by the village board, they directed the staff to prepare a text amendment. We went through the state law, which basically says that these facilities, first of all, we took the cultivation centers. They have to be located a certain distance away from residentially zoned property, schools, and the like. And the distances are in the law, and they're pretty significant distances. You can see in your definition in the text amendment, they have to be 2,500 feet away from daycare, schools, or areas zoned for residential use. Mm-hmm. When you plug that into our GIS system and put it on our zoning map, that's the spot you get, right in the middle of the Brewster Creek Business Park. And so that is basically the only place that you could locate them under the state law. And if somebody were to come into the business park, we still didn't have a restriction, so we're proposing to make it a special use in this district, the I-2 EDA district, for the cultivation centers. Then similarly, we plugged in the state law regarding the dispensing centers. And the dispensing centers have to be cannot be located closer than 1,000 feet from a school, daycare, or cannot be located in a residential neighborhood. And that, when you plug that in, it's a little bit bigger on the map. And there was a few other areas. There was out in the Forest Preserve, and we didn't want to put them out there. They may be out there already, but we found that you could get it into our Brewster Creek Business Park, and also the parcel that's the little square under the West Bartlett. That's not in the business park, but it's zoned I-2 EDA from our recent zoning changes that you recall we reviewed, and that parcel would be would qualify under the state law as in terms of the distances. And so what you have before you is a ordinance that and that also we would require special use. So you have an ordinance that before you mirrors the state law in terms of the definitions for the cannabis cultivation center and the dispensing center, and there's definitions, and then we are also proposing changing the light industrial section of the ordinance, and also including these, if you make them special uses in those districts, in our I-2 EDA district, they will also mirror the definition and have to follow in accordance with state law. So if somebody were to come into town, we direct them here and say you have to apply for the special use. So that's kind of the sum and substance of the text amendment tonight. We published the public hearing for the record in the proper time frame in the newspaper of general circulation, and we have evidence of that. And if you have any questions, I just noticed there is a typo in the definition, so we'll have to correct that. It's not dispensing organization, it's dispensing center. So,
Was that a Freudian slip?
yeah. So if you have any questions, there's a lot of good information by the police chief, and you can go on this state website, and there's a lot of medical conditions, and they're listed in this kind of overview. So if you qualify for any of that, you still have to get a prescription, and then you would have to go, whenever these places are located, you'd have to go get it dispensed with your prescription at one of the designated centers. There's going to be 60 throughout the state.
I was negligent. We didn't have to post a sign anywhere, did we?
No, because it's a text amendment, so it's not a particular area.
But we just had to publish it in the paper.
We published it in the
So we
newspaper.
have that evidence?
And we did do
Exhibit
that.
A. Okay. Yes. Usually we have A, B, and C, but with that, no picture of the sign, I wasn't thinking.
Seems pretty cut and dry to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the way you did it. There's a lot of thought coming into it.
So you're going to open the open hearing and then close it?
Yeah. Any questions from anyone before we open it to the big cast of thousands out there?
Nope.
All right, we shall open the meeting up to the public. Anyone have anything to say? All right, I'll entertain a motion or any discussion. We'll close the public hearing at this point.
I'd like to make a motion to send a positive recommendation to the village board.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Patty and seconded by Bob to pass on a positive recommendation to the village board. Any further discussion? Please call the roll.
Betty Hansen.
Yes.
Bob Bucaro.
Yes.
Robert Carney.
Yes.
Linda Hansen.
Yes.
Mike Worden.
Yes. Very good.
Thank you.
Moving right along, I guess we're down already to old business, new business.
I don't have any old business, and I don't think there's any really new business. We have a couple petitions pending. Nothing that's going to be coming your way soon. Probably the next thing you'll see is the next chapter of our zoning ordinance, Chapter 5. Whether we can do that in November, it might be later than that. It might be December. So you might have a month off. I don't think we have anything. The other petitions we have are special uses that are going to Plan Commission. There's no variances or anything like that. So you'll get a break.
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Been moved by Patty to adjourn. Any second?
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor? Aye. Let's do it.